Welcome back to the conversation. It is Adrienne Lawrence, and now I am bringing you an established Hollywood actress who you've seen everywhere, from Firefly to Suits. Most recently, she revamped her role as savvy attorney Jessica Pearson in USA Network's Suits spinoff Pearson. Joining us today is Gina Torres. Welcome into the conversation, Gina.
Thank you, Adrienne. It's great to be here.
Thank you. And foremost, congrats on your recent Imagen nomination for Best Actress in a TV series for your role in Pearson. That is so cool.
Thank you. I so appreciate the Imagen Foundation and the Imagen Awards for creating this event and this platform for all of us, for the Latinx community and everyone to actually be able to appreciate our contributions throughout the year. So this is a very, very special nomination for me, and it always has been, and I love attending. Unfortunately, we won't be able to this year, but yeah, it's a great feeling. Thank you.
Oh, that's fantastic. And I know you made history as the first Afro-Latina to create, produce, and star in her own show in Pearson. So it must be pretty exciting to have this nomination on the table. What was it like working on the show and creating, your own place as far as it goes?
Just hearing those words, you made history, is a little difficult. I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot difficult to wrap your brain around. That's not what you necessarily go into, a dream job believing. Or thinking that it's going to happen. That after so many years that I would be the first Afro-Latina to produce and star in her own show. It was incredible. It was not just having a seat at the table, but knowing that my voice was going to be heard and magnified in such a way that I'll be able to tell stories, real stories that impact certainly the community that I grew up in, the community that I understood the world to be. And so that was the most important part for me, and being able to be a part of choosing the actors, be a part of the story writing, and nurturing all that and bringing it to the people. That was great.
Absolutely. And representation, it's just so incredibly important in Hollywood. And unfortunately, we didn't see as much representation as we would have wanted in the diversity pool at the Emmys last weekend.
Yes.
And there was a lot of talk about the fact that MJ Rodriguez, India Moore of Pose, also Pedro Pascal of The Mandalorian, a lot of amazing Latinx talent kind of just being left off when it comes to mainstream award shows. So what do you think is the reason why?
It's such a mixed bag. There used to be the excuse that there just wasn't enough representation out there, right? Like there wasn't access. There weren't the roles to choose from. There wasn't the talent pool to choose from, because we just weren't being let in, whether it was Black or Latino or Asian or, everybody who's not Caucasian, right?
Yeah.
And now that's just no excuse. That's not a valid excuse anymore. There is so much access. There is so much content. There are so many, streaming services to be a part of, to be able to see and watch all this. And it's not just cable, it's not just streaming. Also, network TV has made big leaps and bounds. So, really, I think at this stage in the game, it's about breaking a habit. People need to break the habit and change the channel and tune into something that they may not immediately recognize, but if they give it a chance, they'll understand what we as people of color throughout decades have understood, which was we find common ground in the Caucasian characters that have been shoved down our throats for decades, and kindly and politely, because that's all we saw. And so what we as people of color needed to focus on was the humanity that was being portrayed in front of us. That was our point of interaction, right? So now we're asking the viewing public to do the same and to confront and embrace the humanity of the stories that are being put in front of them, even though the faces are not familiar to them. And yes, that's where we realize that we really do all want, much more than not, we all want the same things. There is far more that unites us than separates us. If we continue to make steps towards joining in that humanity.
Absolutely. Greater representation is so important, not centering voices in media, in television around white characters, but getting out there. And unfortunately, I had learned that following the cancellation of ABC's The Baker and the Beauty, TV is lacking a majority Latinx cast on a major broadcast network. So hopefully that'll change soon. And we know change has really been the topic of conversation in 2020, particularly as it concerns social justice issues. And as we saw yesterday with Breonna Taylor's murder investigation coming to an indictment where we have only one officer being indicted for a low-level felony, and that indictment is not in connection with Taylor's death, but bullets hitting the neighbor's wall. As an Afro-Latina and as an invested member of society, how do you feel about this response to Breonna Taylor's murder?
I think I feel the way most of us out there feel. It's not enough. It's infuriating. It's offensive. Because at the end of the day, what do we have? What do we look to in terms of in a situation where no one is taking responsibility for the death of an innocent young woman? So did that just happen? Is that what she just happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time? I mean, there are really so many nuances to this case. I mean, you can argue no-knock warrants, which should be completely obliterated, I believe. You can argue excessive force, which again, I believe if you have people that are going into a situation blind, but they're seasoned, they've been on the force for a long time. I want to believe that they can assess a situation and not have to pummel an entire apartment with endless rounds of ammunition. I need to believe that. I want to believe that. But that's not what I'm being shown time and time and time again. And so that doesn't necessarily make me feel safe. And when no one takes responsibility for that, then where does that leave us? And there's still so many questions to be answered. There's still so much work to do there. And it really is about, again, part of the beauty of what I believe I do, and the artistry of the world that I am a member of, is we are in the business of confronting people with their own humanity. And that's what we need to do. I mean, I can't say it enough. We have to listen. Everyone has to listen to each other and really understand and come to a point of understanding that it's not more, it's the same. It's what you want for your kids. It's what you want for your family. It's the same. It's not more. It's the same. And right now it's not.
You are spot on, Gina. Thank you so much for sharing that. And I hope things change in the future. And let's also talk about the future since we have just a few minutes left.
Yes.
Your future in particular. You're joining season 2 of 911 Lone Star on Fox, playing opposite Liv Tyler and Rob Lowe. That is very exciting. What gets you most amped about this opportunity?
Oh, it's to inhabit another strong woman with a very different skill set than I've had before. I'm not gonna lie, it was great walking around in couture and stilettos, but I'm happy to put the stilettos away and explore a different world, a different way of being in it, being a strong woman in it with a family and a husband and children, and this job that's incredibly demanding, and being an Afro-Latina in those shoes.
That is fantastic, and we cannot wait to watch you. Thank you so much for joining us, Gina, and we wish you well tonight on your Best Actress nomination for your role as Jessica Pearson. And is there anything you want to leave us all with?
Oh gosh, wash your hands, wear a mask, be kind to each other.
Thank you so much, Gina. Take care.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.